So, Professor Stephen Anyankeye,
Yes.
I pronounced it
You
good,
tried.
and I'm happy.
Yeah, you
about it.
tried.
Okay, tell me about the history of the Nigerian Baptist Theological Seminary. Who was the founder? How did it start?
Well, the Nigerian Baptist Theological Seminary, Ogbomoso, started officially on May 3rd, 1898, by the missionary C.E. Smith.
See,
Christopher,
is,
C.
it, is it the oldest seminary in Nigeria?
Yes, it's the oldest seminary in Nigeria, if not in West Africa. 1898. And the seminary that started in 1898 started as maybe you listened to the address presented by the guest speaker today. The guest speaker today is the immediate past president of the seminary. So it started as a preacher's training class. And gradually it metamorphosized into what we have today. So at a point, the seminary was training both pastors and teachers. So after some years, they moved the teacher training aspect to Iwo. Iwo is in Osun State. Ogbomoso is in Oyo State. Osun State, Iwo, is where we currently have the Bowen University. Bowen University,
Became university.
University. It was a Baptist college where teachers were trained. But gradually it transformed now to the university, Bowen University, because Bowen was the first missionary who came to the Baptist missionary who came to Nigeria. So, but the seminary continued to grow. At the time, the seminary was offering programs like a certificate in theology. After preachers class, it moved to training people at pastors at certificate level, gradually to diploma level, then degree level. Currently, we no longer, seminary does not train certificate and diploma level now, except diploma in women ministry. Diploma in women ministry. So we have degree programs in theology, missiology, in church music, in religious education. So we have degree programs in those areas. Then we also have master's level program, Master of Art in youth ministry, Master of Art in theological studies, Master of Art music, Master of Art religious education. So we have like that now. Then we have doctoral programs at various, in different areas of specialization. At least we have up to 12 areas of specialization now, where we have PhD.
I would like to go back to the history.
Okay, that's all right.
Why in Ogbomoso? Why did it start here? Why the first missionary, Smith, did he start it in Ogbomoso?
In reality, the seminary moved, it moved from one place to another before it stabilizes in Ogbomoso.
I see.
So, but the training here in Ogbomoso is stable because of the acceptability. Acceptability allowed the seminary to stay in Ogbomoso. We have the seminary here. We have the hospital, medical hospital, just by the side. On the same land tradition in the past, before a road divided the two campuses, we have hospital there because when the missionaries came, they came for, they considered as important education They considered as important medical care. They considered the third one, healing.
Yeah, for the leprosarium.
Yes. So healing, theology, and
Orphanage.
orphanage. We have so all were working together before each stood alone. But Ogbomoso was so accommodating that made it to become a place where the seminary is stable. And that is why we call Ogbomoso the Jerusalem of the Baptist.
Here in
Yes,
Nigeria.
yes, Jerusalem of the Baptist. So the people in Ogbomoso accommodated the missionaries. That was what made the seminary to be stable here.
So, is the seminary affiliated to the Baptist Church of Nigeria and to Baptist Church of the USA?
The seminary is a child to the Southern Baptist Theological Seminary, Louisville, Kentucky. So it is the Southern Baptist Seminary, Louisville, Kentucky, that started the seminary here for several years. It was in 1979 that the missionary from the Southern left us to operate on our own. They gave the support as from the beginning, 1898 till 1979, when they needed to vacate. So relationship was there, so strong. And till now we still relate, only that the level of support dropped, if not totally, to the minimal level. So, but relationship still continues because we have partnership in several activities. If there are occasions that we go there to visit, if they have any, their missionaries are still somehow around with us, giving us support. For instance, there are book projects, library support, which they are while I was in the program, I received a mail from the International Mission Board of Nigeria, of the Southern Baptist Convention, talking about the support they are giving us. We will only add some naira in order for us to have that book project that they used to arrange for us to equip our library. So we have that relationship till now. Only that the sponsorship that they were doing when the seminary started ended in 1979. So we have that relationship. Then the church in Nigeria, Baptist Church in Nigeria, the Nigerian Baptist Convention is the proprietor of the seminary. The Nigerian Baptist Convention still supports the seminary with subvention. On monthly basis, we receive millions of naira from the Nigerian Baptist Convention. So, and then we handle things together in partnership with churches. So there are occasions that we organize some programs that we say, oh, this church and that church, we want to partner together, either to start a new church. We work together. We did that. We started about 4 or so churches last year in partnership with some churches within Ogbomoso and outside Ogbomoso. So that relationship between the seminary and the church is very strong, because we believe that if we are producing church leaders or Christian leaders, and we do not relate with churches, you won't be able to assess the effectiveness of the training that we are offering. So we relate together that way. And the churches recommend to us those who train here, and then we too relate with the church. We send the trainings to the churches. We observe that through the program we call Student Supervised Ministry Experience. So church pastors will be supervising the students of theirs we are sending. We're also supervising them so that the bond will be strong, and then the effectiveness of such pastors will be reliable too.
I understand, but this is not exactly what I'm looking for.
Okay.
I'm going to explain where I'm trying to go.
Okay,
with
that's
my
all right.
questions. There is, of course, the seminary is accredited by the state. And I know that seminaries in Nigeria, they have also to relate with a university to have this accreditation. Am I correct?
Our system is not like that.
No?
It's not like that. In Nigeria, the Nigerian Baptist Convention Theological Institutions is not accredited by government directly. Our
It's not
no,
accredited.
our accreditation is by ACTI.
I see. And so the degrees that you issue as a seminary, are they recognized by the state?
The state doesn't recognize directly. They recognize indirectly, in the sense that when we minister, they know that Baptist is a strong church in Nigeria, and they train people and they recognize the people they train. For instance, when we train postgraduate students here, we invite professors from university, secular university, for assessment. They come here and they reckon with the quality of the theological education that we are doing and the research that we are doing, but the state does not recognize us that way.
I see.
The only way that we are working towards that recognition is that, like the Bowen University, which is the Nigerian Baptist Convention University, we have started to work together in a way that we offer some voluntarily. Some people we are training here also take degree in the university.
I see.
Like in collaboration.
Like
Collaboration. So some of the courses that we offer here are taken to be part of the Bowen University courses. Then they add some, so that when the certificate will be issued, it will be Bowen University that we offer that we issue the certificate, and that gives recognition. There have been occasions that we have affiliation relationship with universities. For instance, University of Ibadan, we were having relationship for degree level at a time. That one stopped. Then we also had relationship with University of Jos, and that is at postgraduate level. So they offered, they issued the certificate, but at a point they needed to stop that the partnership or relationship or collaboration due to some policies by the body that oversees the universities. That's NUC, National University Commission. So our own system is not like government recognizing the certificate of produced from MBTS Ogbomoso. No.
I see.
Our recognition when it comes to accreditation is by ACTI. You know ACTI?
Yes, of course.
Okay, that's all right.
And about the mission of the seminary now. So the mission is not like the secular government mission for universities, but it's a mission about creating people who are going to teach the Word of God.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that is the mission. God called people are being trained.
God-called people
Yes,
being trained.
are being trained here for church and society transformation.
Good. And I have a final question, which is a bit provocative, but I would like
Don't
to
bother.
answer.
Don't bother. That is why I have colleagues here who will bail me out of the provocation. If I'm provoked.
I will try. Do you think that African Christianity and churches still mirror or echo the colonial era? Why I'm asking? I have a theory. I think that the missionaries from the West, the West in general, like Europe and North America, they came to Africa with the colonists. So I think I have this feeling that the colonial era and missionary era in Africa, they were working together for quite a long time. Then they split because the nation states, they become secular states, and the churches continued by themselves and still have their missions. Okay, but I think that there was a relationship between the missionaries and the colonists, because the colonists they had interest in Christianizing Africa. It would be easier to collaborate with Christian people, not the tribal religions. So, do you think that even today there are traces of that era? Do you think that Christianity, in African Christianity, there are traces of the colonial era?
Well, let me begin to address that question from theological education perspective. Of recent, we have affirmed the fact that we are still practicing a kind of colonial approach to curriculum. In which case, we've been depending largely on the colonial pattern of curriculum development, and we are pouring that into our people. But of recent, we have realized the need that we cannot continue to be alienated, even in our own land. There must be the need for contextualization to really make the gospel to meet the people, need of our people in their soil. And that is why we review curriculum here in the seminary, for instance, 5 years. When we want to do the review, we look at pestle factor. We look at the political situation, economic situation, social situation, technological situation, and up to religious situation, legal situation. We look at all those to inform the issues we review curriculum to address, which makes it contextual. It's different from the past, that whatever is passed into our throat by the Western supporters will be what we do. We have adjusted to the point that, for instance, the issue of homosexuality, this LGBTQ matter, we in our own curriculum, we put courses that will address such a critical issue in our context based on our contextual understanding. And that is why we have arrived at no condemnation, but no condoning.
I see.
We don't condemn, because the people who practice all this LGBTQ are also created in the image of God. They are human beings. But at the same time, while we do not condemn them, we do not condone the practice. So our curriculum has to attend to that way. Which shows that we are not just subjecting ourselves to the control of the Western thinking, Western ideology, when it does not agree or work well in our own context. So that is a kind of delivering ourselves from the bondage of colonialism when it comes to theological ideology in the African context. So the church in Africa, there are some, you have various denominational outfit when it comes to church level in Nigeria, where some are having strong relationship with Western world for whatever reason. But speaking from the Nigerian Baptist Convention perspective, Nigerian Baptist Convention is a convention, is a church for Nigerians and others who believe in the tenets of the Nigerian Baptist Convention, Baptist doctrine, principles, and practices. It is those who agree with us that we work with, because we want to deal with issues relevant to our context as Africans in Nigeria. So the church, we cannot say the church is totally free from the element of colonialism. For instance, see the way I dressed. Yes. See the way you dressed.
Of course.
The way I dress, some may feel that it's part of colonialism. But the issue is that this is clothes. When I put it on, it is okay. But if I don't dress this way, there is no problem in our context. Again, in the past, you must always dress this way.
I see.
But it's no longer that way.
So,
Uh-huh.
okay. Final question to make it a
So
little
may-
bit fun.
Sorry.
Yes.
You see, there is this tendency to confuse the colonial masters.
And the
Missionaries.
missionaries.
Actually, the average African does not separate them.
Yes.
It is like they came together. Those who came for
Slave trade.
political reasons
Okay.
and those who came for mission works. They came together, they worked together, they lived together. And so it is a little difficult, except for those of us who are now learning and we can look at issues critically. The average missionary was also a colonialist.
It's true.
The colonialist may not necessarily be a missionary, but the missionary, because he came, it was a white man, white woman, one for political reason, the other for religious reason. For the average African, they were just the same. But like you said, colonial masters, the real colonial masters, helped us with politics. The missionaries still focused on the, just like this place, focused on education, focused on health, focused on some other social ministries, reaching out to people. So, whatever we have learned, including my Oga's dress, my president's dress, came from the marriage of missionary and the colonial masters. We don't differentiate ordinarily. But in your question, the last question you asked, it's like you are trying to see if we are still. Yes. So a lot of our theological leanings today, for instance, my inaugural lecture focused on decolonizing scriptural hermeneutics, interpretation of scriptures. We felt a lot of interpretations we have held to over time did not take adequate consideration for our context, like I said. So we are trying to contextualize. How does the Bible apply to our context? Instead of looking at it.
I totally understand. Yes. So if I wanted to ask you, okay, as a final question, to make
You are talking like Paul.
like
Finally.
Finally.
Without finally.
without finally. If I ask you,
Okay.
how much is the percentage of decolonization of theological education in Africa? What would you answer?
Currently.
Huh? More or
Correct.
less.
How much
Is the
The
decolonization
decolonization
percentage?
that is going on or that has gone
At the
on?
moment in theological education.
That will require some.
No, this is
But generally,
personal question.
honestly, to me, I would see it as like 60%
60%.
decolonized.
And
But the 40 is very important too. The remaining 40.
contextualized
Yes.
60%.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which is I think it's
that's fair.
that's fair, yes. I hope it becomes 100%.
That's what we are working towards.
Yes.
We are working towards that because, the challenge is that while we are trying to avoid the, colonization, we are also trying to avoid syncretism.
Recolonization.
So that will be another angle to another colonization.
That's true.
So we are trying to avoid that. So as we are trying to decolonize, when we talk of colonization, it has to do with technically enslavement. Why we should not be slaves, but the warning has been. It does not mean that we have to throw the bathing water away with the baby. There are good things that the Western world brought. We should not say because we want to decolonize and now say everything to hell.
Everything is bad.
No.
So 100%
Uh-huh.
may not be-
So get 100% will be very.
No Christianity.
Uh-huh.
You're
And
right.
the
So-
language we are speaking to you now is part of colonization. Otherwise, we will not have been able to communicate with you. It's English.
It's true.
This is part of our colonization,
But now it's part of your.
but it's already our own lifestyle.
Yes.
Our cultures have been influenced from one end of Africa to another end by Western cultures. There's nothing we can do about that. Some of them, we may play them down, but we're already completely Anglicized, Europeanized.
In a way. Okay, I'm going to stop this.
Oh, you are